my loves, and welcome back to my channel. I feel like every time I try to overcome situations, don't mind this, and persevere, it's like life is like, oh hell no, we got something more. If you all don't know, on New Year's Eve I lost my sister. She passed away. It was unexpected. It was sudden. It was just something that I never thought I would be going through. I thought of so many different situations before I ever would have thought of that. And that's how you know life is just so unexpected. You never know what can happen next. And that was the closest person to me in my entire life. She related to me in every aspect. She knew everything, everything about me, what I liked. We completely were tied together mentally, with our souls, physically, just talking. It's something, it's just a feeling I can't explain. It's like losing a part of yourself, literally. And people may say that so much figuratively, I lost, or when they lose something, or but it's real. And I never knew how that felt. I thought that maybe honestly people were just being dramatic or exaggerating the feeling of death, but literally it's real. You literally feel like you want to just shut down. You don't want to do anything else. What is it for? Especially if it was a person that just motivated you so much in every aspect of your life. So it's just really hard. It's hard to even think of wanting to continue with your life when you lose someone so close to you. But what I keep thinking about is that I know she would want me to keep doing YouTube. She loved YouTube for me, and she wanted me to keep making YouTubes, and she always loved my YouTube videos, and she just will want me to keep doing things. And she was excited about them. She's like, did you post a video yet? I seen your last video, I watched it, things like that. It's just I don't want to stop my life, but at the same time it's I don't feel anything. I literally feel empty. And I'm not an emotional person at all. So I was just faced with emotions, and it was just very scary. It was very unusual. It was something that I never thought was possible, the emotions that came across me. The thing that has been confirmed for me is that God is real, number one. But wait, first let me get this out of the way before I forget. I know for a fact that I love to do YouTube. I know for a fact. And you want to know why? Because I'm sitting here making this video. I literally don't have the motivation to do a lot of things. Go to a job, do, things like that. But I literally want to do this video. I enjoy it, and that's why I really never want to give up on YouTube, and I want to be consistent, and I want to grow and do great things with it, because I really love to do this. And I know that my sister loved it, and that's why I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to just try to push through. But like I was saying, another confirmation for me was that God is real and prevalent, and don't ever for a second doubt the fact that God is real, okay? Whatever your higher power is that you believe in is real. Don't ever doubt it. It's no way that science could control our thoughts like this, or our feelings like this, or the government. None of that. This is a spiritual thing. I know for a fact the feelings that I were feeling correlated with my sister's passing. I know, because the way it happened, it was just so eerie, but at the same time I could feel her, what she felt. I was at work, and It was New Year's Eve, so we were getting off early, but we had got off earlier than we expected to get off early. So out of nowhere, like, my shift was almost over and I just started feeling like groggy, like, I don't know, dragging along, like, and I feel like my supervisor started to realize it. So she came over to me and she was like, you know, you can go. Like, you know, she just basically let me go, and she could see it in my face, like, that I was just tired, like I was feeling tired. So I usually, when I get off of work, I just call my friends on group FaceTime and we talk on the phone till I get home or until I want to listen to some music or whatever. When I walked out, I was just so, like, I felt disoriented. And I even, usually we have to give a sales paper to my manager. I even accidentally took the paper out of the building with me. Like, I was just so disoriented, like, just felt weird, you know? So I got in the car and I sat and warmed up my car and I was just talking to them, but I was like not as irritated, but I just started like feeling that way. So I started driving or whatever, and I get on the highway and I'm just like, these cars are going crazy. Like, are they drunk already? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm like, these people are drunk already. Like, they need to get off the road because it's New Year's Eve. So I'm like, I don't know, like, something feels weird. And I'm telling them, like, I just feel so irritated, like, I don't know what's going on. So I usually stay on the phone with them, but I was just like, I'm gonna call y'all back, I'm gonna just listen to music. So I'm listening to music, and I get home and I pull up to my house, and usually, you know, you sit in the car, you get yourself together for a second and just, you know, prepare yourself to go in the house. But I didn't even have the energy to get up. Like, I was sitting there just on my phone listening to music like this. Like, my face, like, I just had, like, I was just irritated. Like, I was so irritated. But sorry. So the thing that it eats me up is that I was sitting outside, like I was sitting outside the house and she was in there. Like, it's just, I don't like the fact that, I don't like the thought of her ever being alone. Like, even when I had to go to work and my mom was at work too, it's just like, I hated that she had to like feel lonely, or just like go through the feeling of just like being bored. Like, it's just like, it's nothing that I could do, but I just hated that. Like, even when she was at her house, like, she just didn't have anything to do. And it's like, it's nothing you could do when she lives by herself. But it's just like, I don't like that. I didn't like that. Okay, this will work. So I'll just sit up for y'all. But yeah, so I was outside and my mom pulls up and she just has the groceries or whatever, and she's just like, okay, she was with her friend, so she was like, okay, he's gonna pull out, you can take his spot. I'm like, okay. So he leaves and I take his spot, and I was planning to get up, but I just still sat there. Like, for some reason I just sat in the car. Like, and I usually sit in the car for a while, but I never sat in the car that long. Like, and I wasn't even like, I had a good day. Like, so I don't understand why I was so irritated and like feeling that way. So I called my friends again and I just told them like I was feeling irritated, like just so irritated. So I was sitting in the car, I was telling them how I was irritated, but I finally decided to go in. But the whole time, like, I could just, my face, like, it just felt like my face was just like stank. Like, I was just so irritated, like, and then I couldn't explain the feeling at all. Like, so I walked in the house and my mom was like, yeah, I was wondering where you are, because I wasn't going to keep my door unlocked for too much longer. Because she usually, like, when she see me in a car about to come up, she'll just, I shouldn't be telling the world that, but I'm just like, I don't know, Ma, like, I just feel irritated. And she was like, okay, well, do you want me to cook you something, or, you know? So she made a steak. My sister is still in the room just sleeping all day. She just wanted to sleep. She didn't want to do anything. My mom would keep asking, like, are you okay? Like, do you want to get up and go to the hospital? But she was just like, no, Mom, I'm too tired. Like, if you know, like, when Kita feels tired, it's not like we can force her, because it's not, unless we call an ambulance. Like, it's going to be a struggle to get her up and get her dressed and all that to get to the hospital, you know? So I go in my room and I just sit down, and like, I just kept feeling that. So I tried to put on some gospel music, because usually when I put on gospel music, I get like upbeat and my emotions feel better. But it was the opposite. Like, I just started crying. Like, I just kept crying, and I'm just like, God, like, why do I feel like this? Like, please, like, I had a good day. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I just really don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I just kept telling him I don't understand. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, stop. Can I just stop feeling like this? So then I tried to eat, and it was just like, you know what? I'm going to just let it go. Like, I'm just let it go. I'm going to just go to sleep, because I was just tired of feeling like that. So my mom was just trying to keep caring for Kita, and like, just making sure she was feeling okay, because the worst we thought was that maybe she had a cold, and she was just like not, because she was feeling like shortness of breath and things like that. So we was just like, okay, maybe she really just doesn't feel good, she's just sick. Like, we didn't think anything like bad. Like, so she was just like checking on her every other minute, just checking on her, keep checking on her, offering her food. What did she want? Water. She then like got her up, because my god sister was supposed to come over. My baby god sister, she's 5 years old. She was supposed to come over, and we was just supposed to have fun. We were supposed to watch her, and so she was on the way. So she wanted her to be like dressed, so that we can get up and do things with her, with Ryan. So she was like, come on, let's get in the bath. She wasn't even like strong enough. She was weak. She couldn't even get in the bath. My mom had to bathe her and everything. So it was just a lot. And like, my mom said as soon as she got out the bath, she was just like, come on, Mom, I just want to lay down. I'm tired. I just want to lay down. It's like we should. It's like I think to myself, like, we could have just like called an ambulance, but we didn't think it was that bad. Like, she wasn't like complaining. Like, usually when she feels like a plane. Oh my gosh, I just watched a plane take off. I never seen a plane take off. Like, was that a jet? But usually, like, when my sister, she will say something. She will stand up, Mom, I need to go to the hospital. It's plenty of times we've taken her to the hospital. We taken her to patient first. She will stand up and she will say that. Like, so that's why we were just like, we didn't think that it was as serious, or because she was just like, I just want to lay down. I just want to go back to sleep. I just want to lay down. I just want to go back to sleep. And she was weak. So it's like, we didn't think of that. Like, we didn't think that she would be leaving this earth. Like, we didn't think of that. Like, that never crossed our minds. So we just like, okay, just keep, checking on her. I was like, well, what's wrong with her? Because I kept hearing her like going back and forth checking on her. I was still like sleeping and stuff, like trying to go to sleep, but I was dozing off. Why did they stand like right there? But I was dozing off, so I just kept hearing. So I'm just like, okay, well, does she want to eat or something like that? So then my mom offered her some food and stuff. And then she said she gave her medicine, because she takes medicines for all of her other things she has going on. And so my mom went downstairs, check on the laundry for like 10 minutes. And I just feel so bad, because like I was in my room this whole time. Like, and that's another thing. Like, if you know, like, how it is, like, with my mom and my sister. So most of the times I'm just in my room. If she needs me, if she wants to talk to me, she knows she can all the time. She would come in there whenever she wanted. But usually I just stay in my room. So I just felt bad about that, because I was in my room. Like, I was in my room when she died. I was in my room. Like, I was in my room. Like, that's what I can't get past me. Like, you were right there. Like, but I didn't admire her. My mom, because I was still trying to go to sleep, like just trying to escape that feeling. So my mom was downstairs and she came back up. Like 10 minutes she was alone. And she came back up. I just hate it. Like, and she went in the room, I guess. And I just heard screaming. But I was still a little in and out. So if you know how it is with my mom and my sister. Again, I didn't think nothing of the screaming, because that's just how they are. They talk loud. But then it was just like, ugh, like, it was like a different type of scream. And I'm just like, instantly popped up. I'm like, then I hear her say, call 911. I'm like, no, bro, like, what? Okay. I dial it. Instantly, I dialed it. So I'm walking to the room, and like, I'm like, it just wasn't, I didn't think that that would be happening. Like, that was the last thing ever in my entire life. Like, never. I always thought what would happen if I had to take care of my sister on my own, if she had to live with me and my kids. I always thought of that. I never thought that I would be burying her. Like, never. Like, I always thought of her just having to live with me eventually, like down the road, if something happened. But never her. Never. Like, never. So I instantly dialed 911, and at first I couldn't even like talk to them because I was just focused on what was going on. All I saw was her just laid there. And my mom had her like head in her arms, and she was just like, come on, Keita. Like, come on, Keita. Like, come on, Keita. No, like, no. Come on, wake up. So I'm on the phone with them, just giving them what they need. Address, everything. But it's like, at the same time, all these emotions, I just broke down. I'm like that type of cry. Like, I was just like, I couldn't process it. Like, so I'm on the phone. They told me to start doing chest compressions, get her on the floor and do chest compressions. So it's just like, we couldn't get her on the floor. We couldn't. And that just like, that caused me, when he said get her on the floor, that caused me to just like, I couldn't take it anymore. I just couldn't. Like, I was just like, I can't. She's not gonna make it. Like, this is like not our fault, but like, I just can't. Like, I just was so weak. Like, I just couldn't. I was just like doing this, like just crying. Like, I just couldn't. Like, my mom was trying to, it was just too much. We was trying so hard. Our neighbor came in there because she heard everything like stomping and stuff. She came in there, and I just can't imagine what that must have been like for her either, seeing that. I never really saw someone passed away like that, and I couldn't even really look at her without just like her, she was lifeless, and like, it was just hard to look at. So they said, try your hardest to get her on the floor. So me and my mom, we just was like, I had her feet, we said 1, 2, 3, trying to pull her off the bed. We just couldn't. Just kept doing compressions until they got there. We tried so hard. So when they got there, the paramedics, when they got there, they got on the floor and I hold her head to get on the floor. Then we had to get out. And they're just like, don't lose hope. We're gonna try to bring her back. Don't lose hope. So we're sitting in the living room, like our neighbor was trying to like keep us like uplifted, like she's gonna be okay. She good. Yeah, they got her. She's gonna be good. She's fine. Because like even till the moment they told me she passed away, I didn't believe it until he said it. I thought she was gonna be okay and he was gonna bring her back. When we was sitting there and we was talking, because they worked on her for a while. We was just sitting there and talking while he worked on her, but we thought she was gonna be good, like they were gonna bring her back. That shit is just sad, bro. Like our lives were based around her and her needs. All day. What are you doing? What are you doing, mom? What are you doing? On the phone, consistently. She's not on the phone with my mom, she was on the phone with me. She wasn't on the phone with me, she was on the phone with my mom. Oh, excuse me. Like there was not a moment during the day we were not talking or doing something for her or figuring out what she needs, or if she wasn't on the phone with us, she was at our house. It's hard to go from doing that every single day, knowing what to expect. It's hard, bro. But I want to make a video about mental health awareness, because that played a big part in why my sister is not present in her body. This world is so fucking cold. Like this world does not give a shit about anybody. It's going to be really hard to try to make a difference because people just are assholes. But I swear, God, please give me the strength to do everything in my power to make sure that people do not feel like she felt. Mental health is the most important thing. People had to really learn that we had to be nicer. We had to be more kind. We had to be more gentle. We had to be more compassionate, or things are just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It's like a part of me wants to try to fix it. But if you think about it, people try to raise awareness and they even become successful, reach millions or even billions of people. It passes. People will change their ways, feel a certain way, say certain things, like Black Lives Matter. That thing, like, that was so big, but it passed. It passed. People see things, they're so amped up about it, and then they just forget about it. So it's like, I don't want to kill myself to do that, but at the same time it's like I should, but at the same time it's just like, honestly, just take me to heaven. I know heaven is so much more peaceful. I know that's where I want to be. I know that's where my sister is. I don't want to fight battles with ignorant people on earth that are just from the devil. I just want to thank you all so much for always supporting me. Please keep me in your prayers, please. Just cherish your mental health and watch out for people who like show signs of depression or that they're feeling down. Just please don't take that lightly, please, because a broken heart can be the cause of a death, like, honestly, and it's sad. But I know my sister is in a better place, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful that she was home with me and my mom, and she was here with me. I know she loves me and she wants me to be happy. She wouldn't want me crying or nothing. I love you so much, Keita, and so many people loved you, and she loves so many of you guys, like my friends and everything. So I'm so blessed and grateful for y'all, like, in her life. boosting her confidence and everything. All my friends that always were just nice to her, I'm so grateful for that. And she loved everybody. I'm gonna stay prayed up and I'm gonna stay positive, keeping myself busy, keep giving y'all content, because I love YouTube so much and she loved it too. So I'm gonna just keep doing it. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love you all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. We out here burning up.